Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Terra Nil. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. In this episode, we are going to be checking out the tropical area. So last episode, we did temperate, and we found the deer, the geese, and the timber wolf, and we got a couple other buddies that we could go back and try and discover. The thing is, if you go back, you have to start over, so keep that in mind as you're playing through. Try and get everything in one go, otherwise you got to go back. We're gonna go ahead and go to the tropical and check out the desolate island. We'll need to begin by cleaning the surrounding oceans and reintroducing plant life. Toxin scrubbers are integral as they cleanse both land and sea. Both greenery and clean ocean contribute towards your goal. Climate manipulation is possible for the outset here. So we're gonna go ahead and get this started up over in here. So let's take a quick look at the map here. Looks pretty nasty. We got a bunch of water around now. So we didn't have water so much before. We did have the rivers, but this looks quite different from the other map. So that's very nice. I'm glad that it's not the exact same. We do have similar buildings down here so far. We'll see if that changes a little bit. Okay, so of course we have to start with our turbines. Go ahead and plop one of those guys down there. We're gonna go ahead and spread these guys out as good as we can here. Okay, just like before, let's go ahead and see how far we can reach. Hopefully we can get a little bit of the water grabbed as we do some scrubbing the land here. Let's go ahead and plop you about right there. All right, we're just gonna go around, going ahead and doing our scrubbing action. All right, looks pretty good there. So we got all the soil scrubbed and the water scrubbed as we could, but now we need to get our greenery started. So the irrigator again, let's go ahead and grab some of these guys. We're going to try and place these as good as we can. This doesn't really work out that great for me right here. Oh, we could maybe go like this for about 100. So we'll go ahead and we'll plop that guy down. Let's see if we can get a nice corner piece here. Yeah, that'll work for 138 right there. Okay, and I'm gonna go around and just do the same thing. All right, so we're kind of getting to the point now where our scrubbers are in, and we have reached as far as we can with the irrigators. But now we have water pump, and we also have the mineralizer. So this is going to crystallize the salt in ocean water to create rock. So this thing is going to be pretty important, I think. We're going to go ahead and grab our water pump and do a little bit of that action. Fill some of these spaces in with some water. Let's just see how far it reaches. I may need another one. Yeah, one more over in here. Okay, great. So that's all started up. So we need a little bit more clean water. So let's see if we can do anything with this mineralizer. So we can start it in the water here. It looks like I can't go on land at all with it. Let's try and clean up this this water over in here. Okay, so we got that guy. So we got rocks. That means we can use our turbine. Go ahead and plop that guy down. And then, of course, that means we get our scrubbers out. And let's do a little bit of scrubbing. So it looks like that's going to be how we are going to be able to achieve our goal here. 72%. We got quite a ways to go yet before we can reach that mark. So we're going to keep going around. We'll keep putting in some mineralizers and some scrubbers. And scrubbing as we can here. All right, we have just unlocked another building. We got about 10% left to go for a greening up. We got the sand bank. Creates a small island in which buildings can be placed. So we'll have to check that out. So let's go ahead. We'll do our mineralizer again. Start out over in here. We'll get our turbine started up. And then we can't place our scrubber in the water, right? So let's go ahead. We'll try our sand bank. So we'll go as far as we can. I don't know why I can't place it out there, but I can't. So we're going to go ahead and plop you about right there. Okay, and let's see if we can place our scrubber on there. Yes, we can. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I am going to stretch this out a little bit further. Ooh, we're getting really close to our goal here. And then let's go around and get this guy filled in as much as possible with an irrigator. And there we go. We got 103%. So we have greened up pretty good. Let's see what the next task is. Increase biodiversity, restore beaches, mangroves, and tropical rainforests. You also need to use the monorail network to transport coral pulps to the sea. So the monorail network, that is a new thing. We did not have that in our last greening objective. So we'll see what we have to do here. Going back to the first tab here, we have no new buildings, but we do have a couple on the second. So we have the hydroponium. This is going to create the wetlands. Remember that from the last episode. Must be built on an irrigator near water and on low ground. Okay, so we can do that. Let's kind of work this area as our wetland area. Let's see how that goes for us. Okay, so we got that started. We're going to go ahead and plop a couple more of these irrigators down to kind of expand this this greenery, I think. We'll go ahead and we'll do that, and we'll get another hydro guy down. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's put another one here. We might as well. We're kind of going along here. Let's put another one of these guys down, and then I do want to power it, and then I do want to do a little bit of scrubbing over in here as well. I think we can utilize this space pretty good, so I'd like to set it up to do so. Okay, we'll do that. Those are looking nice. It looks like we need a little bit more of these irrigators for the hydroponiums, turning more of this into wetland. Okay, we got something. What did we get? Desalinator. Increases the salinity of the surrounding area, allowing mangroves to flourish. Okay, we can do that. But look at this. This is a good opportunity to show you something. So we can't grow the mangroves because our temperature is too cool. So right here, we're at 2 degrees C. We need to up this. So if you hit this down arrow, I totally missed this in our last episode. There's bonus objectives here that you can do. So if we get up to 100% humidity, we'll be able to get thunderstorms beginning, but we also need to be above 35 degrees C. So we definitely need to heat this up a little bit. It is tropical, so you'd think it's going to be warm. So we're going to work towards that, but we can't quite do it just yet because we don't have enough heat. So we'll see if we can unlock anything for heat, and we get the combustor. This is going to burn surrounding vegetation to increase the atmospheric temperature, or carbon-dense vegetation is more effective. So we'll have to get one of these guys started up and check this out. It looks like we can only place this on rocks. So let's go ahead and we'll pop that guy down there and see what it does. Burns it up real good, and then we get this dark area, but we did get a bunch of temperature, so that's going to be an important piece to play. Let's go ahead. We had a couple cloud seeders. Let's get that happening. Let's get this humidity raised a little bit here as well. Ooh, that was a huge chunk right there, plus 16%. I'm just going to go for it for the humidity here, if we can do it. Plus 8, that's really good. 9, a bunch of big chunks. Okay, so is that the humidity level? Almost, really close. We'll get it with this. Okay, boom, humidity, check. Now, let's keep working on our heat. So, combustors. So that's plus 3 right there, plus 2. I would like to try and keep it together if we can a little bit here. So I'm kind of thinking, what if we did like that? Can we put a combustor up on that rock? We should be able to, right? Okay, that's plus 4. Let's go ahead and we'll burn that up. All right, that's working out all right. We're at 14 degrees C now. Let's continue to work on this little objective. So what can we do here? This looks like it needs a little bit of scrubbing. So let's do this. Let's go for a mineralizer. Let's go one of these. We'll do a scrubber. And then we'll make this green just so that we can burn it. All right, we'll do that. And then we needed one of these guys, and then plus 3. Okay, that'll work all right. So now we got a couple more objectives. So the ivy overgrowth is good to go. Migratory birds return. Something on the riverbanks. I'm not sure what that says. Thorns. Not sure what that is. Water lilies blossom. And then we're working toward a couple other things here. So these aren't necessary things, but they're optional goals. Something to work towards. So we're making it hot anyway, so we needed to get at least 35, so we can continue to work on that. But we also need to work on these other goals as well, so let's not neglect those. We got something unlocked because we were using 3 of the combustors. So we got the Laterium. Capture sand to form beaches and dunes must be built on a toxin scrubber. Interesting. Okay, so this little area, since it's already been burned, we can't do anything with it. See how I can't like fill this area in with green? So we have to keep finding a different spot. So we have a couple of little good areas over in here. Can I not make this green? Let's make this area, a little area green. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay, so then let's go ahead and we'll grab this guy. We'll plop you down there. Put you on there. And we've got to watch this. We're filling this up pretty good over in here. That's nice. Get you going. All right. Can we do one over in here? Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. We're getting close with the beach now. Another toxin scrubber right there. Fill you in. Ooh, we're getting there. Any more around here that we can utilize? We could take this one. That's interesting, because that's all mangroves in here. Well, I guess we could just put down a toxin scrubber willy-nilly, right? Just because we're trying to make the beach. So that should... why didn't that work? Oh, I wonder if this thing has too many connections. That might be why that didn't work. I don't know. Not sure. But we'll continue to fill in the little areas with the Lateriums, and I'll be right back. All right, we got our beach requirements completed. I just did one right over in here, and then one more over in here. So we got those guys good to go. Now we need to continue to work on our mangroves. and pretty soon the coral reefs. We're gonna go ahead and grab the salinator to try and expand our mangroves. It looks like we will be able to do that right there. I'll go ahead and plop that down. Put one here. Ooh, 35, that's a good chunk. All right, this is moving along pretty good over in here. Let's go ahead and find another good spot. We'll plop it there. Looks like I need a little bit more wetland before we can move on. Let's see if we can put another one of these guys a little bit closer. Okay, that'll work. And then we can do this to make it a wetland. And then we'll grab our salinator. Ah, we don't need to. We got it already. Great. Okay, next up, we have our shade cloth pillar. Pillars connected in triangles form shady areas where tropical forest thrives. Must be built on the side of a cliff. Okay, so we have a couple of cliffy areas right in here, so let's go ahead and give this guy a try. So we need to do a corner. Okay, grab it again. Okay, you can see the little line there is connecting the two little posts. And then let's see where we can expand this thing. Oh, we can really expand this thing. All right, we'll go about right there. Can we push it over across? Oh yeah, get that tropical going on big time now. Can we push it there? Oh yeah, let's put one right in the middle. Connect them all. 45, nice. Tropical forests are coming along quite nicely. Let's continue to do this and get the tropical forest completed. All right, tropical forest is now completed. We got our shade cloth pillars all covering up over in here. And let's see what else we got. Anything new unlocked? It doesn't look like it, not just yet. We could do some more combustor action to increase the temperature some more, but I think we'll just hold up for now. Let's go ahead and check out the monorails. So we have the monorail node. Nodes in range of one another connect to allow the movement of buildings along the monorail network. This is going to require a rock. Okay. And it looks like we have to do the ability one more time to unlock this thing. So what I do know what we need these for. We're going to have to build a area around the outside to pick up our buildings. We're going to do that with the monorail network. It's quite extensive. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get that guy started. You notice that these don't connect, so we're going to have to put a midpoint, and we're going to do that with this guy, the mineralizer. Plop that guy down about right there. Hopefully that's going to be close enough to do a midway. There it is. Great. So we'll go ahead and do that. And now the way that this thing works is kind of funky, and it took me a while to figure out how the heck it works. What you do is, so you click on the post here, the monorail node, and you have to click on another building. You can see there it said target valid. So if we hit this, we can now move this, but it has to be in range of a connected monorail node. So one of these guys down over in here, and it doesn't look like there's a valid spot for this guy because we don't have any rocks. We should have rocks right there. No? Okay, well, yeah. So we'll be moving buildings around, but I got to set up this network here, and once we get to that point, I'll bring it back and we will be moving some stuff. All right, so I did get a warning that we were getting really low on the greenery currency here, so I quit building the monorail system. We didn't quite get very far. We don't have a connection between this node and this node, but I can show you what it looks like to move buildings now. So we do have this guy right here, the scrubber. We can go ahead and adjust it. We're going to move this guy, plop it about right there, I think. And that's going to unlock the coral lab. Oh, it's wanting me to retry. I don't think we're quite at retry point yet, but we're kind of getting there. So we have the coral lab. This is going to require us to utilize our irrigators to grow coral. So this is how this is going to work. So we go ahead and we plop that guy in there, and then you have to click your monorail node. So we got to, oh, did I put that in the wrong spot? Okay, great. We can click this guy. So this is the whole point. You put it on the irrigator, and then you grab it, and then you move it into the water. So we're going to go ahead and we'll do that right now. You can see it gets loaded up on this little transport guy, and goes over there and plops in there, and then we will start to get coral reefs. You can see that it's going to start to grow right there. So pretty cool little thing. So we got to go around and add a couple more of these things in here. We're going to go ahead and plop one there, and we'll move this guy, I think. Oh, darn, that was a mistake. Can I undo? Oh, yeah, great. Okay, undid it. What I wanted to do instead is I want to be able to have access to this because this isn't connected over in here. I can't grab that one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to plop this guy about right there. And then we're going to move this. Let's see what's the best one. 41, that looks pretty good. 49's even better. We got a 54 right there. Okay, we'll plop that down and it's going over there. Great. So what we could do, of course, is put another one down and just grab it and do the same thing. But we got to watch out for, though, if we did that, that's going to cost 50, and then that's going to cost 25, so that's going to be 75. We could do that. I think let's go ahead and do that. But do we have anything else we can move before we jump onto that? Not quite. I really need that connection between these two buildings, and it's not working out great for me. I might have to go all the way around to connect them, which would be not great. But let's try and get this other coral going first. We'll put another irrigator down, and we'll do just like what I said. Pop you, and then we'll grab you, and then we get to move this into here someplace. Let's see, where is the best? So we got about 22 right there. Can I get anything better out of it? Doesn't look like it. 26. Oh, okay. We'll plop that there. That should green us up a little bit. See where we get to with the coral reef. And so, another way to get some extra points here is if we used our combustor to increase the temperature a little bit more. It looks like we need to get up to 26 degrees Celsius for these other things to happen. See, right now we're at 20 degrees C, and then we have crabs populate beaches at 20 C, but this is, the temperature has to be greater than 20 C, so keep that in mind. 20 C does not get you this. It has to be 21. So we have to get to 26 to get the other couple things unlocked. So if we grab our combustor, now these are 50 apiece. So if we can't get 6 degrees off of one, we might need to reconsider utilizing it. So we got 4 right there. That's pretty good. I guess I'm going to go around and see if I can utilize our combustor. Oh, 5. That one's real close. Is there any up over in here? There's a 6. Oh, look at that. Boom. All 3 of them. Great. So that's 100. We got some points back. That's good. So we gained 50 out of that. That's okay. We'll take it. But we got the temperature up. When do we get the thunderstorms? 35. Okay. So we need to get to 36. Oh boy. Can we do 11 more? Let's see. We had a couple of good spots over in here. There's 5. Let's utilize that one. Got coconut palms, so that paid for that combustor. That's excellent. Anywhere else we can plop these guys to utilize some greenery? We got a 4 there. Okay. Thunderstorms begin. There we go. So I wanted the thunderstorms because remember, when it rains, that spot that's cleaned up, it's going to start to grow green, and we want that. So that's why I wanted to get to the thunderstorm. So we need 6 more points to get to dragonflies, which would be 100, which would be great. But I think we're just going to keep working on trying to get some more coral polyps going around. So we do need to clean up a little bit of the ocean over there. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch more green action happening. Oh, and look at this. The rain is cleaning up the ocean for us, so that's super, super nice. Oh yeah, get that all filled in for us. Okay, so can we connect this anywhere over in here? We already know that's kind of a struggle. I don't know if this is going to be able to reach. Let's see. I can always undo that one. Yeah, not quite. So we'll undo that. Eventually here, I thought there's going to be a thing called the rock thrower. It's kind of weird. It will pick up a rock and then move it. So I'm just going to kind of accumulate some green points here because that's kind of what we need to do. Oh, even this burned area got covered up in green again. Super excellent. Very, very happy about that. Oh, wait a sec. We have sandbanks. Could we do something with the sandbanks to connect our points? I think what we're going to do, because this water is getting cleaned up over in here, I think I'm going to try and move another polyp over there. So we'll do the same thing. We're going to create the one like this, and then we're going to go ahead and grab this guy and move it. Let's see what we can do. Plus 36, that's pretty nice. 38, anything better than 38? Nope. We'll go ahead and do that, and we'll see how far that gets us with coral reef. I don't know if that's going to get us right there, but we'll see. 74, so almost. Looks like the rains are stopping, so we know about how far we got with it, so that's very nice. We got a good amount of points. Good thing we didn't give up. We didn't have to. Okay, so what I want to do, let's go ahead and do another checkpoint right here. That should work. I'm going to stretch it as far as we can. Okay, connect that rail. And I think I'm going to continue to work our way around like this. Can I grab... Perfect. Can it reach this one? Oh, all right. Okay, so this is just calling for some more coral, I think. So we're going to go over in here, do the same thing. This is working out really great to have that little spot for us. Grab you, and this should make it so that we have all of our coral reef completed. So we'll check that out and see once this guy gets over there to see where we're looking. And we're still doing pretty great with our temperature. We could up that, but I only need 6. So once we get this other stuff figured out, I think that's what I'm going to consider doing, is trying to get to the dragonflies. That would be a nice thing to hit, just to check it off the list. We're still pretty low on our tropical forest. Okay, so I thought I had that one completed, but I guess not quite yet. What can we do? So we have to have the triangle. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I saw a plus 50 in there. Ooh, 62. Let's hit that up. Let's see if that gets us there. Ooh, nearly. Okay, so this should do it. If we go one here, and then one here. Boom. All right. Okay, we got all that done. Now we need to get some more critters in here. Monorails can be then utilized for recycling. So connect your airship to the monorail network, reintroduce marine and terrestrial animals to help maintain the ecosystem. Okay, so now we are at the animal point. Let's go ahead and grab our airship. First, we got to get this guy on the land over in here. Let's do it where we already have a connection. I feel like that makes the most sense. Looks like I can't quite get it over in here. Ooh, maybe. All right, we'll plop you about right there. I think I should be able to connect our monorail. Here we go. So here's the recycler station. This is going to connect the monorail network to the dropship here. So we're going to go ahead and plop you down, and that's going to unlock the recycling beacon and then the rock hopper. So there's the rock hopper I was thinking of. So we don't quite need it as much, but we do need 5 more degrees C. Let's see if we can get another combustor here going before we leave, and to try and increase this a little bit more so we have all the temperatures. Here's a 4C, and oh, okay, well, we got the dragonflies. I guess it matched it, and that was happy. So we got this all completed. Excellent. And now we need to pick up all of our stuff, and we need to get some animal species in here. So what we got to do for that, of course, come up here. And we need to have that post, that sonar post thing. This guy, the Animal Observatory. I'm going to plop it over in here for hopefully easy pickup in a little bit here. And let's see what we have. So we have, this looks like a turtle to me, maybe a manta ray, a bird of some kind, parrot maybe, flamingo, and then a shark and a whale maybe? I don't know. We're going to go for what I think is a turtle first. And turtles like beaches, right? So let's see if this is going to be good enough. Partially on an island. Okay, so we can make an island, luckily. So let's go ahead and we'll do that with the island maker here. Okay, we'll plop that. There we go. We got the tortoise. All right, so that's our first species completed. Let's go for, what is this guy? The manta ray thing? Let's go out over in here, see what we can do here. Okay, so we got the ocean and 2 other pieces. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and check out these other critters that look like they're water things. Okay, that requires a couple other things we don't have. And this is pretty close, whatever this one is. We need no land in range. Okay, so what if we... I'm going to give up on that one. I've tried it quite a few times here, and I can't quite get it to trigger, but we were close. Let's go ahead and check out this bird guy. I think this was a flamingo. Let's see if it works over in here. Pretty close. 10 wetland tiles, and then we also need beach. So this one might be tricky because we don't really have wetlands and beaches close to each other. Alright, so I'm kind of striking out here. I couldn't get this one to work because we don't quite have enough beach. This guy doesn't work because we have buildings in range. And this is going to be, I think that's the parrot. That was about this area right here. These posts are counting as a building, so we got to get that cleaned up. So we might not be quite to the point yet where we are able to get all of our animal species in. So we're going to keep working on it, and we'll see where we can get to. Let's do some picking up, and then we'll revisit that. Okay, and in order to do that, of course, we are going to be needing to set up the recycling thing. So we have a couple options here. So we have the recycling beacon placed on a monorail node to signify that a recycling drone should be dispatched, and then we have the good old recycling silos, which will still need to be picked up by the recycling beacon. So what we want to do, let's go ahead, we'll go here. So what you want to do, you want to go as far away as possible first, and then work your way back. So if we had another node that is over in here, let's say, and we went to this one first, we would lose our connection to that node, and it's just going to be hanging out there, which we don't want to have. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and we'll do that. So that's going to send a little buddy out, and what we might end up doing is taking out most of the stuff and then going back and then putting lines back in to make sure that we can pick up everything. That's what I had to do before. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started with this and get to picking up after ourselves a little bit around here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. What you can do, so I click this one first, you can queue them up, because this first guy is going to get there first, and then it will pick it up, and then it's just going to move down the line, and that's what I'm going to do right here. Kind of queue up a couple of them here. Let's see, that should work okay right there. And then finally, this guy. I'm gonna leave that one because we want to keep going this direction. Doesn't make sense to delete it just to rebuild it right away. Okay, so we want a little checkpoint. We're gonna go right there. That should reach. Great. Does this one reach? Oh yeah. Okay, that's good. That one reaches right there. So we are going to have to move inland, and what we do, we need the rocks. So that's the reason why we got the rock hopper. So we're gonna have to fling some rocks around so that we can get to these points. So place the little guy, it's gonna pick up the rock and it's gonna move it. So we gotta get it as close as we can to the edge while still able to pick up some buildings for recycling. So go ahead and we'll plop that guy there, almost there. Can we rotate this over a little bit? Yeah, oh, this will work right there. I think we can pull it off. Oh, all right, so that will grab that. Okay, so now we are gonna need another rock. So we gotta keep kind of doing this. I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on setting up our network and picking up some stuff, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, we are on the last couple pieces to clean up around here. I do want to point out that there is a vehicle speed toggle up over in here. So when you have like lots of monorails like we had there, it takes a little bit of time for the vehicles to buzz around and get to where they're trying to go to pick up the nodes. So that little option there is just a quick way to pick up that process a little bit. So we're still trying to get some of these rock hoppers and stuff going, trying to pick up all of the little things around here, but we're getting very, very close to being completed. So we're just kind of working on that a little bit more. This will do it, I think. Get the last one right there. And then we're going to go ahead, we'll do triple speed, and let's do some cleaning up here. So we'll do this guy, and then this beacon next. And you can see those guys come out of that airship, and they go flying down the way. Okay, so that's that one. We'll wait for this guy to get cleaned up, and then we will queue the next two. And then what we have to do, I should have waited on that. We will have to put down another observatory so that we can find our animals. So now that we got that far, we have one piece left. We knew that. Let's go ahead and see if we can find any more critters. We really, really need to. So we can do parrot. I think that's this guy right over in here. There we go. Got that. So one more. Now, the flamingo was easy because it was beach and mangrove. So what did we have to do to get to beach? Can we make a little bit more beach around here? Aha! So we got the flamingo. Okay, so I figured out what I need to do. I was misreading this. This guy's looking for wetland tile, not the mangrove tile. So I have to pick up a little bit more stuff around here, but not too big of a deal. We got all of our animals completed. Let's go ahead and do some cleanup here. And then we will be on our way to the next adventure. I'm not sure what the biome is. I haven't checked that far out yet. But we're going to go ahead and get this stuff cleaned up. We got all of the bonus objectives done, which is great. But we didn't get all of our animals discovered, and I'm okay with that. We're going to go ahead and launch from the planet. Here we go. And there we go. We got another biome all cleaned up. Got some new animals to run the area. Some turtles, some cool flamingos, and some parrots. Looking great. And there goes our propeller ship off onto the next adventure. Filling in a little bit more green area as we go. And the wasteland has been reclaimed. And here we are back on the planet view. Let's see what the next thing is for us. This little area should be turning a little bit green. There we go. And we got 60%. So slightly better than our first episode, and I think that's because we did those bonus objectives. So the next thing is polar. Ooh, tundra, lichen, kelp forest, and regular old forest. Whole bunch of animals to discover. Ooh, is that a narwhal? Maybe a narwhal. But we're gonna go ahead and check that out on the next episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Terra Nil, and I hope to see you on the next one. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.